Hi guys, welcome to chapter 5 at maths. So chapter 5 at maths is progression, where in this chapter you will learn two main progression, which is arithmetic progression and geometric progression. But before we start in the chapter, I would like to give a huge shout out to one Muhammad Najmi and Kirtiga Prem Kumar for answering the questions correctly in my previous video. So what questions and why am I giving this shout out? You can have a look. I'll post the link in the comment section below, or you can click on the link up here. Okay, so congrats guys, you got the answers correctly for the previous question. So stay tuned until the end of this chapter, and I will post also questions so that you can give me the correct answer, and I'll feature you in my next video. So let's proceed into today's topic, which is arithmetic progression. So arithmetic is actually a sequence of numbers which it has a pattern. For example, let's say I start with number 1, okay, then 4, 7, 10 and so forth. Now, what is happening here to the sequence is the sequence is being increased by 3. The sequence is being increased by 3. So how do we know that it's increasing by 3? Because we take the bigger number minus the smaller number, so we will know that it has increased by 3. So when something is increasing at an equal number, okay, you use the same number to increase the sequence, that is called an arithmetic progression. Now how do we know that this is arithmetic? Okay, we find common difference. Okay, what is common difference? Common difference usually is indicated by the symbol D. Okay, so what we do, we take Tn minus Tn minus 1. Okay, what is Tn? So T is actually term. For example, here we have 1. So this is called term 1. This is 4. So this is called term 2. 7, term 3, 10 is term 4. So this is term 1, term 2, term 3, term 4. So now if I want to find a common difference of this progression, what I do is I take term 2 minus term 1. Okay, you must always take the second or the number, okay, one of the term minus the term before it. For example, if you take term 3, you must subtract with term 2. Okay, you have to subtract with the number before it. If you take term 4, you must subtract with term 3. Okay, now let's take term 2 minus term 1, which is very easy. 4 minus 1. So you get 3. Now we also need to find another common difference. So T3 minus T2, which is 7 minus 4. Do we get 3? Yes. So since we have two common difference, okay, we found two common difference and the values are the same, right? So since the common difference are the same, so this is an arithmetic progression. Okay, so short form AP, arithmetic progression. So of course write down the full wording, arithmetic progression. Now let's look at another example. Let's say I give you x minus 2, x plus 2. Okay, determine, okay, if this is an arithmetic progression. Okay, first what we have to do, find the common difference. Okay, now here we have, this is term 1, term 2, term 3. Okay, so label it, okay, term 1, term 2, term 3. Now what we do, we take term 2 minus term 1. So what is term 2? X minus, what is term 1? X minus 2. Okay, take note, I've written inside a bracket so that I don't want to confuse with the subtract in front here. So now I expand the bracket. So x minus x is 0, so I get 2. Now find another common difference. Okay, this time I take term 3 minus term 2. So term 3 is x plus 2. Okay, this one I put in bracket, minus x. Okay, open bracket, x plus 2 minus x. So x minus x we get 0. And we are left with 2. So is the common difference the same? Yes, the common difference is same. Therefore, this is an arithmetic progression. Okay, so this is how we find out whether this is arithmetic, yes or no. Because sometimes the question, it will not be an arithmetic. Let's look at example which is not arithmetic. Okay. Okay, let's say example. Okay, you have 12, 15, 19. Determine if this is arithmetic or not. First, what I'll do, write down this is term 1, term 2, term 3. Okay, then we find common difference. Take term 2 minus term 1. Term 2 is 15 minus 12. So we get 3. Find another common difference. You have to find two common difference. So another one, we take T3 minus T2. 19 minus 15, which we get 4. Are the common difference the same? No. So this is not an AP. Okay, this is not an arithmetic progression. Now let's look at another formula. So before this, we already learned one formula, which is to find the common difference. Okay, to find the common difference, Tn. So let me highlight here. So while you are watching this video, if you are making notes, okay, this will be your note. Okay, the first formula, Tn minus 1. Now let's look at another one. Okay, this formula is for you to find the term. Okay, for example, because usually in a progression you have like maybe 100 terms or maybe 250 terms. Now you can't list the whole term in your paper, right? It's going to take a lot of space and it's going to take a long time. So let's say, okay, if you're given like this, -8, -3, 2, okay, and this is an AP, okay, this is an arithmetic progression, okay, it's given, and they ask you to find the 30th term. Find the 30th term. Okay, now first what we're going to do, okay, we know that we need to use formula. So if you can memorize this formula, it would be good. Okay, do a side note where you got small notes of memorizing formula, and this is also given in exam. Now if let's say, okay, I'm going to find the 30th term, I'm going to use this formula. What do we need to know? First, number 1, okay, you need to know what is A. Okay, A will always be the first term. Okay, this is something you should take note. Okay, A will always be first term. So first term means, that means T1 will always be A. Okay, what is N? N is the number of term. Okay, the number of term. Okay, then the D. Okay, D will be common difference. Okay, so make sure that you know what is it that you need to know before you substitute all these inside the formula. Alright, now let's see this progression. This is T1, T2, T3. Okay, from the progression, do we have A? Do we have first term? Yes. Okay, so A is -8. Do we have N? Yes, because we want to find the 30th term. So the number of term that we want to find is 30. Okay, so we have N. Do we have D? Common difference. Yes. How? Find the difference. So take T2 minus T1, which is -3 minus -8. So here we get 5. Okay, now for this, the common difference, you just find 1 is enough. Why? Because it's already stated that this is an arithmetic progression, so you don't have to find 2 times. Why previously I find 2 times is because I want to know whether this is an arithmetic or not. So if they already say, the question already say this is arithmetic, you don't have to find 2 times, just find once. Now substitute all these inside the formula. So the formula states that T, okay, 30, okay, N is 30, equals to A is -8 plus N minus 1. N is 30. 30 minus 1 is 29. D is 5. Alright, so you can key in your calculator, okay, straight the whole thing, or you can key in one by one. So -8 plus 1 for 5, you get 137. That means the 30th term, okay, in this progression, because this T1, T2, T3. So up to T30, the number is 137. Okay, so far I have already taught how to find common difference, how to use the Tn term. Okay, now I have a question. Okay, if you get the answer, you can post it down in the comment section below, and I'll feature you in my next video. Okay, so the question is given arithmetic progression -8, -6.5, -5, -3.5. Which term is 37? That means you are going to find the Tn. Okay, this is what that you don't know. So substitute into the formula. Okay, the ones that you know is going to substitute into the formula, and which term is 37? That means Tn, okay, you already know Tn is 37. The one that you don't know is n, so you're going to find what is n. Okay, so you're going to find what is n. Tn, you know, Tn is 37. Okay, but you just don't know which term. Okay, so the n is the one you're going to find. So substitute into this formula, and if you get the answer, comment down below. I'll be featuring you in my next video. So until I see you in my next progression video, bye.